It is their leader who helped them to stay united and fight against various intruders. Near Damsanguri, we reach Pedong, a small town played an important role in the trading activities of the people during the bygone days. The place was once highly preferred by the Tibetan tradesmen. It is also important for its religious significance. Missionary activities in these areas started initially at this place. We stand inside the church, which is the witness of several historical events. Along with Father Engdamo, we travel back to the preliminary pages that would allow us a better view of the old days.
It was the way back in 1882, in the month of November. The whole dream was the highest statue of the world, that is Tibet. Father Degode, Augustine Degode, the first pioneer who from China and from Nepal border had already reached Tibet. But he couldn't prolong his stay out there, he had to come back. Then he looked for another route where he could reach Tibet, his promised land. So he heard in the history from West Bengal, Darjeeling, and Pedong there's a silk route, a trade route, which is the only route which connected India and Tibet then for the business. So he came on his way up to Pedong in 1882. So they came over to Pedong not for Pedong as such, they came for Tibet. But then the Tibet route was blocked for them. So they said, maybe God's will stay, would wait for some time and do some work here. And then what happened while they were still waiting here, they started a mission. The church has come up. And then from here, place called Mariabasti, Gidabling, Suruk, Tanyang, Gorubatan, Kalimpong, all these missions in the hill area. This site of Tishta started by the missionaries, those who came here in Pedong. From way back from 1882 to 1970 up to 70, they worked by different missionaries. Though it's not only from France. Later on, 1937, the Swiss missionaries came over. Now, as the Father Degode was desperately waiting to go up in the Tibet, while sitting on the roadside, he saw the mules going and coming back. He said to himself, if the animals were allowed to go, why not human beings? So while he was waiting, he planted a cross, now which we call it Cross Hill, and the white cross, a holy cross. Now that is turning towards Tibet. We have a very old, this I'm told, is a man who fought for Francis Young husband and for Tibet, for India, British India, for Tibet. Up to Chumbi Valley, British won. And they came back. As they returned, many of them died on the way. Few of them lies in Ranok there, historical, and one is here, I'm told. Therefore, it has become a little historical thing. And now we turn towards left of my side, left. There are three great historical persons lies here as far as our mission is concerned. This is Father Augustine Degode, died 1913. His body lies here. And secondly, we have another Father Morinox. He's also another priest. Together with him, though he came a little later after Degode, he died in 1912. Also missionaries. And the third priest lies there, which is important for us in a sense because he's the first one to help us to read the whole history of salvation in our own language called Parvati Bhasha. Then there was no Nepali. So Father Cellular, MEP, died 6/5/1890. Early he died. And the road we can see along that white patch, white ring light is leading to Tibet. The Ranok Bazaar, then up in the forest, then it goes the Arita, then come down and leads to Rongeli and up Kubuk, from there to the Dalepla Pass. So till 19 62, 60, till then the only route connected Tibet. And this is the route later on used by the British also to attack China up to Chumbe Valley. Mr. Young husband, with his own company army, took this route and attacked Tibet and came back by the same route. The road was going down. The only route which connected India and the Tibet. And on this route, there was a business going on with Tibet.
Via Old Route, we arrive at an old monastery in the vicinity of Pedong. A large number of Tibetans used to gather in this place.
It's 46 years he's been here.
So he also sent some horses. Somewhere, right?
Surely. He came on horseback only. तपाईँ घरबाट आउनु भयो नि यहाँ उहाँ हिँड्थ्यो यहाँ पहिला
घोडा म आउँदा घोडा कम्ती थियो त्यो अब जो 59 देखि त्यो टिबेट बन्द जो छैन उ गर्दा बन्द भएदेखि त्यहाँ थिएन त कागेमा चाहिँ आउने जाने त्यो घोडा
Few horses were there.
कागे
So this in the 59 it is stopped.
So your original place is Tibet. So which part of Tibet you were from?
फारी याटुङ
Fari. Yatung. So when did you come from Yatung to India?
कुन सालमा
12
10
when he was 12 years old.
त्यो आदि ड्युटी बेसी चल्न सक्दैन
ए हो र
प्योर ड्युटी होइन
Pure Tibetan dog. He brought from Lachina Chula. Not mixed, not cross. The pure Tibetan dog.
The monastery belongs to Gelugpa sect of Tibetan Buddhism. The rituals are still performed following Gelugpa customs. At present, the people residing in the locality come to this monastery to perform the rituals. To relate the untold story of the Silk Route, we are to remember Francis Young Husband. Born in 1863, Francis was a British Army officer. The legend has historical importance because of the controversial British expedition in Tibet in 1903-1904. Under the orders of Curzon, Francis, together with John Claude White, the political officer appointed for Sikkim, led a British troop to Tibet. But the mission, unfortunately, turned out to be a massacre. Francis started the journey from Shiliguri, reached Kalimpong, and entered into Tibet via this old trade route. On our way to Renok, we fortunately find Mr. Pradhan again. He directs us to an old graveyard beside the trade route.
ये जो ब्रिटिश जो फौज है आर्मी उसका ग्रेवयार्ड है 4 यंग हस्बैंड का साथ में आया था जैसे ये 1903 में यंग हस्बैंड है 1904 तक में उसका एक्सपीडिशन था उस टाइम में ये लोग जो ब्रिटिश ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी का जो जितना यंग हस्बैंड के साथ में ये लोग सिपाही लोग भी आ गए थे इसीलिए यहाँ पर कैंप करके बैठा था क्योंकि इसके ऊपर नीचे में आर्टर बंगलो है ऊपर में और बंगलो में बड़ा साहब कोई बैठ गया तो इधर में ये जो सिपाही लोग बैठा था अभी जो दिख रहा है ये पिच लगा हुआ है ये तो अभी पिच है इसका आगे में करीब 1903-4 साल में यंग हस्बैंड जो एक्सपेडिशन छिलो और ब्रिटिश टाइम में ये दिखे सिल्क रूट ये सिल्क रूट कालिम्पोंग थे कि अपना जो तो सामानगुलो मतलब एक तो काला भारी बोलता है ब्लैक मीन्स एक्चुअली क्या होता है गन पाउडर ये सब चीज़ लाता था
Mr. Pradhan then takes us to Sri Vishwakarma, who served as a coolie during the old trade days. He too shares some of his stories and experiences.
तपाईँ अहिले कति वर्ष पुग्नुभयो
83
भनेपछि
5 रातमा चाहिँ घरमा आइपुग्छ
घरमा 5 रातमा भनेपछि जाँदाखेरि चाहिँ 3 रात लाग्यो फर्किँदाखेरि 2 रातमा छिटो ओह्रालो पर्यो जानेको टाइममै 3 नाइट्स आनेको टाइममै 2 नाइट्स रिनक से रङ्गेलीबाट
भोलिपल्ट सक्यो भने माथि
लुङथुङपट्टि त्यहाँ बास बस्थ्यो माथि लुङथुङ
अहिले हल्का बारिसम्म त्यहाँ पुगिन्थ्यो म जलुङमै बसिन्थ्यो
लुङथुङदेखि भोलिपल्ट नाथाङ पुग्थ्यो नाथाङदेखि बसेर भोलिपल्ट फेरि
कुबुक गयो बिहान राति उठेर गएर लिन्चे गाउँबाट तल आउँदा झर ओह्रालो पर्छ ओह्रालो गरेर अन्त सट्टै 1300 लाग्यो रङ्गिली बजार जस्तै छ त्यहाँ पुगेर गेट छ हजुर
त्यो चाहिँ कसको गेट टिबेट र
चाइना गेट चाइनै भनौँ न अब
त्यति बेला टिबेटको भन्नु
हजुर
यहाँ रिनकदेखि लिएर भारी बोकेर
हजुर।
याटुङसम्म पुर्या कति रुपियाँ पाउनुहुन्थ्यो
22 रुपियाँ
22 रुपियाँ
त्यही त हो, अब कालिम्पोङदेखि
ए 22 रुपियाँ गरे पनि 44 रुपियाँ पायो
हजुर, कालिम्पोङदेखि ल्याउँथ्यो
ए घोडा सबै हो हाम्रो पेदोङको गोजुमा चाहिँ
हजुर हजुर
एक आदमी 9 घोड़ा को देखता था इसलिए कम से कम 10 आदमी है तो कम से कम 100 घोड़ा 90-100 घोड़ा को साथ में घोड़ा खच्चर को लेके साथ में चला जाता और घोड़े आदमी से डबल सामान उठाता था